NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And the Oakland starting five. Embiid is out there with Durant. Then it's Paul George. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Irving at the point. And for New Orleans, the forwards for him are a pair of Blue Devils, Ingram and Williamson. The guard pair are Graham and McCollum. And it's Valanciunas in at the five, roaming the paint. So Oakland wins the tip. Irving against Graham. Irving up top. There's the pass to George. Clock at 4. Oakland needs to get off a shot here. The shot's good from Irving.
Playing with a bunch of different stars throughout his career, Kyrie has learned to be effective without the ball in his hand.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hand. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Now here's DeRozan. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go.
And KD keeping his head up that time, becoming a playmaker.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Williamson, the pass to Ingram. Oakland grabs the miss. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
That is ferocious. You said it. That was ferocious. Williamson against KD. 2022 is an anxious year for Zion Williamson fans, waiting for his return.
It's just not easy when your superstar gets hurt, because you want them back as soon as possible, but you also don't want to rush the healing process. Fans really had to be patient, waiting for Zion to come back. They've got a big year ahead of him. And Zion, he's just got to do whatever it takes to stay healthy, because when this guy is on the floor, he's a difference maker.
And he's good on the second. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Irving kicks to Durant. Lets the three fly. And no good. And New Orleans will come the other way. Now here's Graham. Passes it to McCollum. Williamson is screen on DeRozan. Here's McCollum. He can't get that one. Good D by Embiid. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for Oakland. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, he wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Now here's Graham. Irving with the steal. And finished up by KD.
And it doesn't even have to be an accurate pass. With Durant's length, you can just throw it up and you know this guy will get it.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive. Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And New Orleans going with a whole new group out there. Pass to Temple. Jones kicks to Lewis. Hayes with the screen for Lewis. Will it go? Feeds to Hayes. Out to Nance. And stolen by Howard. And Howard slams it home.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
McDaniels up top. And finished off by McDaniels.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Now here's Jones. Lewis outside. Nance a screen on Garland. Just 4 to shoot. Jones from outside. And the rebound goes to Howard. Oakland leading by 18. Here's McDaniels. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. McDaniels got his second bucket.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
New Orleans making a switch here. Marshall's checked in. Pass to Temple. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To stop the drought. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And so it's Oakland finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Oakland.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
And so in the game for Oakland, Durant is out there with Paul George. Then it's Darius Garland. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Stackhouse in at the 2.
Paul George more and more comfortable at creating some offense for himself using the bounce.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And Embiid with the block. Right side, Garland. A slam dunk by Garland.
You look at the career of Paul George, and it's those passing numbers that have greatly improved, and he's an effective playmaker.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
No good from Valanciunas. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Oakland. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Outside for Durant.
The assist.
Yeah, can you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
Here are the Pelicans with the ball. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
McCollum, no good. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Here's Garland. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And the Pelicans with possession here. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. McCollum kicks to Graham. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Marshall sets a screen for Ingram. Off the run, and it's sent back by George. And now Oakland on the break. Here's KD, and then Durant with the dunk.
And those are the kind of signs where Garland is improving his overall awareness to find teammates.
McCollum outside. Ball's knocked loose. Kicks to Graham. Ingram outside. Lets it go from deep. It doesn't go for him. And Oakland the other way now.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Embiid. And the pass to George. Driving to the basket. And George with the stuff.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Graham, the pass to Valanciunas. In the corner, it's Ingram. And again, no good by New Orleans.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Here's Ingram. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one. 109. That's a great
freakish. Man overboard.
Wow.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
George against Ingram. Back to Valanciunas. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Durant against Ingram. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Now, that's a devastating move off the dribble. Durant getting to his favorite spots at will.
McCollum left side. Ingram passes to McCollum. And Stackhouse pulls it down.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Passes to Graham. And Valanciunas kicks to McCollum. And the 3 off target. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Oakland. He knocked
1. The away team, 45.
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Ingram in the front court with Williamson. The guard pair are Graham and McCollum. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's McCollum. And the layup is good.
Well, there's some confidence from CJ right there. Just so comfortable, even under pressure. Hard to stop when he gets into the paint.
And the way CJ McCollum, Greg, can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside for Durant. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
Graham, the pass to Williamson. And it's sent back by KD. Inside. And then Durant with the jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Valanciunas with a screen on DeRozan. McCollum kicks to Ingram. Stolen by George. Embiid, the pass to DeRozan. The kick out to Irving. Launches a three. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Irving's got 6.
A consistent three-point shooter, a clutch three-point shooter. Kyrie has to be guarded out there at all times.
Pass to Graham. Back to McCollum. The feed now to Williamson. And they get it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Sometimes it's the ripcord that you have to pull, Kevin, and guarding Zion. The only way to stop him is to foul him.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Nancy's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Herbert Jones comes in for Brandon Ingram. Garrett Temple is checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Lewis subbed in for Devontae Green. Then for Oakland, Roy Hibbert's checked in for Embiid. Howard comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's McDaniels in for George. New Orleans moving it around. Lewis dishes to Williamson. And Hibbert with the block. Irving finds McDaniels. Back to Irving. Here is Howard. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Pass to McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
Temple the pass to Lewis. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now Oakland on the break. Howard slams it home.
Great to see Kyrie Irving getting after it on the defensive end, showing how quick those hands could be, not with the ball handling, but knocking the ball away.
Nance against Howard. Williamson is screen on Howard. Floats it up for Williamson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And it's slammed in by Howard.
I swear Dwight Howard plays with a watch on. His timing is tremendous on those alley-oops.
Outside, Jones. And again, no good by New Orleans.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion. At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Outside, Irving. DeRozan scanning the floor. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And those assist numbers have always been there for Kyrie, spotting an open teammate that time.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Lewis passes to Williamson. 5 on the clock. In the corner, it's Temple. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Jones for 3. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Oakland on top, just dominating this one. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so in the game for Oakland, Bradley Beal is out there with Darius Garland. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Caron Butler. And it's Howard in at the center, locking down the middle. Hernangomez passes to Lewis. Tipped away. Stolen by Garland. Here we go, one-on-one. Butler way outside. The long distance three is buried. Butler's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Oakland.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
And a deep three from...
Don't hold the ball. Let it rip.
That is amazing. Lewis kicks to Temple. Marshall deciding where to go with it. Back to Temple. No good, unable to end this run. On the wing, Giannis. Lewis covering. And there's the pass to Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
And this is a sign of Giannis and his growth. The floor awareness now looking outstanding.
Passes it to Marshall. Over to the wing. It's Murphy outside, and he's good on the three ball.
There's some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by Oakland.
Beal. Wow, hammering it in.
Great athleticism. Bradley Beal with his steps down and rams it.
Lewis passes to Temple. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Back to Lewis. Trying his luck from deep. Oakland grabs the miss. Howard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Outside, Antetokounmpo. It's Beal on the wing. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And Beal finds a way to the bucket. How'd he do that?
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Hernangomez with a screen for Lewis. And finished off by Hernangomez.
Willie Hernangomez does things the right way. This time executing in the screen and roll.
Howard drives in, and Howard slams it home.
How about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Pass to Hernangomez. The dish to Lewis. Right block shot, and it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts. Easily leaping up to throw that one away.
Outside, Beal. He kicks to Garland. Beal drives in, and the jam by Beal.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Hernangomez with a screen for Lewis. Floats one. Fires for three. Not going to go that time. And Oakland the other way now. Outside Beal. Here's Temple. He's covered by Beal. Temple dishes to Marshall. And the rejection by Giannis. Some nice passing by Oakland here. Kicks it to Garland. Driving in. The slam dunk by Garland.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Oakland. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Back to Howard. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Drives to the hoop. And Giannis throws it down hard.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
So it's Oakland picking up the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess sure to get home safely, and we'll see you at the next sporting event.